When I think about Eva and this trip, the word that comes to mind is resilience. So for all of us, we know that Nepal has, along with beauty and grace and colors and phenomenal gifts, there's a lot of challenges, and we each had our dose of challenges. And when it came to Eva and challenges, one thing that I will say and share here is that she really sprung back. And that's commendable, and I hope that for you, Eva, that can be a gift that you carry in your life, resilience, and it was really special to witness. Yeah. So, the mic is yours. Oh, are we micing?
Good. You're good.
You're good. You're good to go. Eva.
Hi, so as you all know, my name is Eva Coltrane. And wait, is there a clicker? Thank you. And my presentation is on the threads that form connection. So I want to start out with talking about the Maya Gold Foundation. They're an awesome foundation that's a non-profit foundation that works in the community and helps by involving teens, giving them amazing leadership opportunities, and volunteer opportunities. It was started by Elise and Matthew with their daughter Maya in mind. And even though Maya was very interested in helping reduce sex trafficking, which is a really big problem in Nepal, and although she was never able to go to Nepal, the Maya Gold Foundation's teams are able to go every year. So we learned and bring awareness about human sex trafficking and learn about their culture, their history, their religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, and most importantly, exchange culture with Nepali teens. One of the first things we did when we got there was we went to go see the Himalayan Children's Charities, which is a group that gives homes to teens. And throughout the trip, they were with us for almost every activity that we did. They came with us and participated with us. But the first time we met them, we went to their home, and we got to, which is where these pictures are from, we got to talk to them, and we played games with them, and it was a really awesome way to connect with them. And one of the things about them that was different from, connecting with them, different from connecting with people in America was that, or any Western place really, was that they connected through song and dance. They loved to sing, they loved to dance, we got to do that with them. When we were there, we danced a bunch with them, and it was awesome. They did our hair, they did my hair and Julia's hair, and Angela, the girl who was braiding my hair, we got to talk, and she was super sweet and nice. She did an amazing job on my hair. And then one of the activities we did was we went to the Godbury Forest and we took a hike down the mountain. And that activity was really cool to do because we got the chance to talk with them more. And I talked a bunch with one of the teens named Prim. And an awesome moment was I found a rock and it was purple. And I really wanted to bring it home. And he helped clean it off with me, so that was cool. And then this was after the hike and we were dancing again, and again it was such an amazing way to connect with them because dancing is such a big part of their culture and their lives, I think, and so them bringing their culture into our bond was awesome. Another activity we went on is to Benagat School, and it was a long ride. We went on this big bus, and the roads are, of course, bumpy. It was 3 hours long, and when we were almost there, we got to this mountain with all these curves and winds. We went up, and I didn't know how the bus driver made it, but somehow he did. And at first when we got there, it was so awesome because we walked through this gate and they put these flowers in our hands and put a flower train over our necks and gave us this whole welcome speech. It was something that was so cool. And at first we had organized games to play with them, and the HCC, the Himalayan Children's Charities, the teens, they were there to help translate because we weren't able to speak each other's languages. But they had lunch, and then after that, it kind of turned into chaos. There were so many of them that, and of course they're children, so it was hard to kind of keep them. But after that, I was playing with the tennis ball that I had, and no HCC teams were around. So, this kid came up to me, and he wanted to play. So I showed him without words that we were going to toss the tennis ball back and forth. And then more kids came, and it became this big circle of kids tossing a tennis ball back and forth. But we weren't able to speak with words, and we can only speak with our emotions and actions. So it was something that was a really magical moment for me because I had never experienced a connection in that way. Through connections, I had always been able to speak, and with this, I was not. So I think it's an experience that everyone should be able to have, everyone should have, and it was definitely my favorite moment there. Questions? Questions?
Tell us more about your favorite part.
Well, as I mentioned, it was going to Benegat School. All the kids were really awesome, and we couldn't talk to them, but they were really carefree and really occupied. I don't know if that's the right word, but occupied by everything that we did with them, and always excited to play. And yes.
How did you experience the difference in types of food from here and there?
Okay, well, that's the worst question to ask me. First of all, I'm kind of a picky eater, so the food on this trip wasn't the best for me. Also, I got pretty sick by eating the food. I got a fever, was bedridden for a couple of days. Yeah, Julia too. And then me and Julia both shared a bond connection through our dislike for a specific food called dal bhat towards the end there. I became kind of repulsed by it. So yeah, that was my connection with the food there. At first it was good, I enjoyed it, most of the food. And then I got sick, and then after that it wasn't the best, but yeah. Oh, yes.
Was there anything that you were not able to communicate through just actions? Was there any frustration, or did you always manage to be heard or to hear what they were saying?
I think at one point, it was getting towards the end of it. It was getting chaotic. They had a tennis ball in their hands and they were bouncing it in every which direction. And I think one kid hit another kid with a tennis ball. And since we were the only adult figure, even though I'm not an adult, it was hard to communicate that that's not something that we should do. I kind of I was kind of strict, and then I felt a little bad, so I was it's okay. But we couldn't talk, so it was hard to express that through just an action or a tone of voice.
You talked about one challenge,
Oh, that was
and
a
we did not pay Jonah to ask that question.
I feel like it was planned.
It was not planned. He just happens to live
Targeted.
on our road, but it was not planned. Can you talk about some other one challenge that you had and how you overcame it?
Throughout the trip?
Yeah.
Well, I was pretty sick for a while. I think I mentioned that.
Other than food.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think I'm the type of person that needs a lot of time to myself, which was not really an option during this trip. So I think that in a way that helped me, because we were constantly moving, we always had these activities going, which was good because we only were able to spend 2 weeks there. But yeah, so I think a way that I was able to overcome that was talking to myself and saying it was only 2 weeks and this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and to just try and enjoy it as best I can, because I will have time to be by myself at home, but it's good that there's no time to be by myself while I'm in Nepal.